Hey guys, it's me, Brian from Echo1 USA, and in this video I'm going to work on MTC number 1 and the number 2. You have the short version and the long version. Remember, subscribe to my tech support videos so you can see all the cool, helpful videos. Thanks. Okay, for the MTC number 1, the short version, and MTC number 2, the long version, the main difference is the RIS handguard, as you can see. They both use crane stocks and the body parts and the M4 mag. So I'm just going to go ahead and work on the short version. Okay, let's take a look on the external parts of the MTC, which is the same as MTC number 2 as well. Okay, the crane stock is in and out. You have ambidextrous fire selector on either side. So you have safe, semi, and auto. Echo1 MTC logo right here. You have M4 mag well. M4 mag in here, nice and secure. Press the button, pop it out. Pop this pin out, change the mag well if needed. You have the RIS handguard, nice and smooth up here so you can do your super cool grip and add accessories. Pop out this pin, slide it off like that. Okay, hop up, you can pull this way or this way. It's ambidextrous. Easy way to adjust the hop up, pull it back, press down like so. We also have a manual on the Echo1 website. I'll put a link below in the description. Once you pull back like this, you can adjust your hop up, so if you're shooting it downrange in a safe direction, turn the wheel up for more hop, down for less hop. So you can shoot, test, adjust, shoot, test. When you're done, ready to go. Okay, put the battery in, gently press those little tabs right here. A matter of like 1 millimeter in on each side, pops out. If you squeeze too hard, you will break something, so be gentle. Here's the wire. Here's the little fuse. It's a small 3/4 inch fuse. Have these on the part shop as well, or your local auto parts store. Okay, put the battery in. It's a 9.6 1500. Pop them in like so. Plug in the wires. Tuck them back into the metal buffer tube, like so. Leave a little room in the notch up here. And good. Nice and flush, you don't have any gaps or anything, and you're good to go. Okay, now let me go ahead and, I covered everything. Let me go ahead and work on the internal parts. Okay, to take the crane stock off, pull down. Like for an M4 stock, crane stock, basically you want to pull. This is to adjust, to slide, pull to release. Put that aside. You have a little castle nut right here. Okay, and then on the inside, I'm going to use a Phillips. There's one Phillips screw right here. Let me go ahead and get that. Gently pull out the wire. Don't lose these little parts. Gently slide out the wire. Okay. You have the plastic little sling plate. If you wanted to, you can swap it out with one of these so you can have another 1-point sling. You already have one here, but in case you want extra or like run on the other side, depends on what you want to do. Okay, time to take out the mag well. Pop out this pin, bam. Comes out real quick. In the box, you'll have a spare pin, spring, and mag release in case you want to change out your mag well and use other mags. Okay, for other versions, you can just, bam, swap out the lower. This one, you can't. Instead of a springing system, which can act up after time, this one is all up against the gearbox, super airtight seal, and uses standard like modified air seal nozzle parts, which is perfect for upgrading if you want to do bore-up kits and all kinds of air seal upgrades. So to take this out, you have to take off 1, 2, 3 screws, and the little nuts will probably pop out. Don't lose these. Put that aside, and basically I press with my thumb up against the body here, kind of hold on here, just kind of gently press like this, slide out, wiggle it up. Okay, cool. Here is the outer barrel with the hop-up. We have this on the part shop as well. To adjust the hop-up, as so you have this wheel. You'd see it from the outside of the gun. So this is turning up. That is more hop. Turning down. Okay. And if you want to take this out and change it, press in. Twist a little, like so. Bam. Basically I have two little lugs here that work in here. Put this aside. Okay. Take out the little C-clip, like a standard hop-up C-clip. Nothing crazy. Okay, slide this out. Okay, now, do not lose this part. You have a small little part, like so. Then you have, this part works with the drum and the nub. Okay, it's stuck in there. Let me go ahead and pull this out. Okay. You also have a Mad Bull blue bucking already installed. Great upgrade. Put that back on. Here's a little nub I'm talking about. This controls your hop up, and this part presses on it with this. So make sure you do not lose these small little parts. It's very small. Be careful. You go ahead and put this back together real quick. Okay, good. Make sure you have the line on the barrel. That's the bottom. You have the bottom. BBs come in, bottom. Okay, cool. Okay, before I put the little clip on, just turn the wheel. Make sure that it adjusts and everything. That's all lined up. Okay, good to go. Put the little clip on. It only goes one way. The little flanges on the sides kind of hold this drum in place. Okay, cool. Add the little spring, and good. Put this back together real quick. Okay, cool. Remember, top of the outer barrel, bottom. You don't want to have it upside down. Now let's get to the lower. Looks like you can pull it out just about, but then you don't want to yank on the wires. You can gently pull on them, and you'll notice there is a socket at the back, so you can easily unplug it and gently feed them through. But for taking it apart, that's easy. Putting it back together, you are going to need, I find it easier to take off the back cap. So let me go ahead and show you real quick. You have a small Allen key or Allen screw right here. Take that out, and then you're going to use a pin and a punch. Just pop this out. Okay, little Allen key or screw goes in here. Okay. So if you want to change the stock to one that folds, you can easily. This is the Echo1 version. You have a little Echo trays right here. It's pretty cool. And you have the wires for the buffer tube go through here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you have the wires for the buffer tube go through here. And if you want to put on M16 stock, you can. And you can put the wires through here. So either or, so you can make a super cool MTC DMR if you wanted. So you have wires for crane stock, wires for full stock, and you're set. Okay. Here's the insides. You have the charging handle assembly, the logo as well, and also the flat top rail with the built-in sights. It's pretty sweet. For the lower assembly, let's look at it real quick and take a look at everything before we get started. You have the selector levers. Notice how you have the moving parts here. Okay, you have the pin right here that slides through. You have the little fake bolt release. Doesn't do anything, just for looks. And also you have the selector plate on the outside. You have one large Phillips here, two small ones. Leave the two small ones alone. Just have to take off this one. Here is your motor set screw. It's a 1.5 Allen. Okay, here we go. Tap it, slide it out. One Phillips screw, take it out. Okay, now if you pull on it, it's not going to come out. You have to switch to the semi mode and slide up. Notice how you have the selector, this little part here, working with the selector plate. If you have it on safe mode, it's going to be up here and hitting this. Put it in semi mode, slide out. Now you're going to notice Now you're going to notice there's a piece of wire in the way. Gently pry just a smidge to get past, like so. Basically you're pulling the body away, kind of like the AC series. Slide up and out. Okay, cool. Here's internal parts. Nothing too fancy. Okay, here's a little spring. This will pop out probably and give you a lot of headache. You can omit this if you need. Put that aside. Okay, let's look on the outside. You have 8mm bearings, Echo1 logo right here. Do not need to take this little screw off. Just cause more headache. Okay, pop out this pin, hold the wires in place. Pop off this little piece of plastic here. Okay, cool. Use a Phillips screwdriver. Take off the motor cage. Bam. Make sure your tappet plate spring is secure. Trigger contact spring, the trigger spring, and this whole mess right here, the trigger. Be fun. Oh, look at that. The reverse latch spring. And here we go. Let's press this in place. Okay, and don't forget this part. Press this in. Spring guide. This little part. Okay, down. Wiggle the trigger. Okay. Oh. This popped out. I'm just going to lift up just a smidge. Okay, good. Little part right here. Pop this in. A little wire clip. Just holds the wires in place. This goes through like that. Press the wire through the little groove. The same side as well. Okay. Now to drop the gearbox into the lower. Here we go. Make sure it's on semi mode so you can wiggle it through. Pull the trigger just a little to get past. Fake little bolt release. Okay, here comes the wire. Gently kind of pry. Be gentle. Okay, get it past there. Okay, can't drop it down. It looks like it's almost there. I can sort of see the holes, but notice the wire. Kind of wants to go in the middle. Kind of want to pull to the side like so, and you'll be good. The wire kind of goes up and around like so. If you have it behind, kind of makes sense, but no, that will get in the way. So now you just basically want to tap that in, put it in the screw. And if you have to tap too hard, like how I just tap like that and it's good, then there's something wrong and it's not like sitting correctly, so you don't want to force it. Okay, so now let me go ahead and put this back together. Kind of slide like that. You notice how the wires kind of come out. Okay, here we go. Also, there's a little nut in here that works with the screw for the buffer tube. So if you like hit this hard, it might slide out. So you want to press that back in there if needed. Just going to go ahead and put the wires back in through the regular spot. I'm not going to put on a different stock or anything. And what I'm going to do is basically a little trick I've seen and I've done with this already is plug in the wires and scoot them all the way up so the socket's like right here. Have the wires like this, there's room right here, that's fine. Basically press it in like that. So the socket's like right here, and I can kind of tuck them in so they're out of the way. It's like you have the wires are kind of thick, that's fine. So now groove like so. Put that little Allen in a bit. Okay, so now I can put this on. slide that on. And then here comes the buffer tube, little screw. Feed the wires in, pull them out. Make sure you have wires at the 6 o'clock position on the tube. Slide them down, and you're good. If you have to force it, you're getting caught on the wires and you could be ripping. If you have a metal buffer tube cut into wires that are made of metal, it's going to be bad. You're going to short out stuff. So you have to take your time and make sure you don't cause any damage. Gently pull the wires like to the bottom again. Kind of stuff it in there. Okay, once you tighten down the buffer tube screw, you can tighten down the castle nut if needed. I'm just holding this together right here. Slide in the outer barrel and the mag well real quick. You can pop this in. Okay, now no more wiggle. And time for the 3 screws for the outer barrel. Just tap them in, and then, okay, cool. Locks in here and here. Press in. Okay, time for the buffer tube to get covered up with crane stock. Tuck the wires in, press it on, bam. And that is how you take apart the Echo1 MTC number 1, the short one. This will also work for the MTC number 2, the long one. The only difference is the handguard. Okay, this has been Brian from Echo1 USA. Thanks for watching.